When you think of journaling, what do you think of? I used to think that journaling was an activity that only people who felt sad or depressed needed to do, or an activity that you would do only if you had some sort of problems in your life. So you sit down with a pen or with your keyboard and you write, today I felt so bad, I'm going through this hard period of my life, something like this. But no, no, it doesn't. It's journaling is not. It's also that. It could be that, but I can tell you that I've been journaling for 2 months. Not a lot, not a long time, but I find it fascinating and useful. Useful. So this is what I use. It's just a notebook, and for 2 months I've been writing. As you can see, I've been writing consistently. I've been journaling consistently, and I do it with this and this. Okay, I don't use keyboards, I don't use screens, because I spend most of my days in front of screens. So I want something else. Okay, and I've noticed that the act of sitting down with a pen and with a notebook and writing, it slows your brain down, and it gives you access to some parts of your brain, some ideas, some thoughts that normally you don't, they don't come up to that level of consciousness. I don't know if I explained it correctly, but what I'm trying to say is that it makes you think deeply about what you're writing, and you feel that your brain is going to places that has never been before. This is the feeling that I get when I journal. But I had a problem. I thought, okay, what am I going... Okay, I've heard that journaling is a useful activity. I've heard it many times. But I didn't know when I started at the beginning of January, I didn't know what to write about. What should I write about? My day? Like today I did this, today I did that. Okay, that's an option. But I bought a book. Called, and it's here, Journal to the Self. Journal to the Self. 22 Paths to Personal Growth. Open the door to self-understanding by writing, reading, and creating a journal of your life. Now, I don't really like this title, to be honest. Like the subtitle, the subheading, the subtitle is not the best. I think 22 Paths to Personal Growth. Every time I hear personal growth or personal development, I'm not a fan of those terms, because they mean everything and nothing. So this book, I think it's the only book I've only read with this one, but I think this is enough. It's enough to get you started, because there are many 22 techniques that you can use to journal, and they are great. Like I can tell you about one. Free writing, for example. This is a classic one. So streams of consciousness. You just write. You have an idea in mind, or you have a problem, or you have a decision to make. All right, sit down with your journal. I highly recommend paper journals, because, as I said, it's there's something magic about it, at least for me. And you free write. You free write about whatever you're trying to figure out. Try it once. I invite you to try it once and see what happens. See how you feel. Also, another misconception that I had about journals and journaling was that I needed to be consistent. So if you start journaling, then this is a habit that you need to build. You have to do it every day. No. This is the greatest thing of all about journaling. You can do it one day, and then for 3 days you do nothing, and then you do it another. It's not like learning a language, you have to be consistent, or growing on social media, you have to post consistently, or building muscles, you have to go to the gym consistently, frequently. No, that doesn't apply to journaling. In fact, there are many things that people believe about journaling that are just wrong. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things. It says this, the author, which I'm planning to invite on my podcast, on this YouTube channel, Kathleen Adams. We'll see if she accepts. She writes this: here is a list of the terrible 10, the most common rules, quote-unquote rules, people associate with journal writing. See how many you agree with, even secretly. And she says, I should spell all the words correctly and use proper grammar and punctuation. I should write until I get to the bottom of an issue. It isn't okay to quit before it's finished. Number 3, I should write every day, or at least at regular intervals. 4, my journal shouldn't be messy. I shouldn't cross out words or lines or write things in the margins. 5, my journal should be interesting for other people to read. 6, I shouldn't let anyone else read my journal. 7, I shouldn't say horrible things about people I love, use 4-letter words, complain, whine, or get angry. 8, in case I get run over by a truck, I should destroy my diaries periodically to spare my children the pain of finding and reading them. 9, once I start journal writing, I should stay with it. It should become a lifetime discipline. Number 10, she says, fill in your favorite journal rule. So, what's your idea? What's your rule that you have in mind about journaling? Mine was I have to do it every day, or once you start, then it's not okay not to finish. Good news, she says, you can draw a big X through all those rules, because none of them is really a rule of journal writing. And this is what I did. You see? Big X there. Well, I can't say it's changed my life yet, but I can tell you that journaling periodically has helped me. Well, I had an argument with my partner, with Aloha, and I then journaled that day or the day after, and I realized how stupid I was to start that argument with her. I'm not going to go into the details, but I can tell you that journaling gives you some clarity of thoughts, of thinking. It's also a way to slow down, to reflect on what's in your mind. It's a way to also let it. This is hard to pronounce. Let it all out. Okay. It's a way to also to relax. Before you go to bed. I've done it, and I can tell you that I'm here when I'm doing it, and it's I don't know. It's just a way to cool. What's the word? Not to chill out, but it's a way to release stress as well. And you can do whatever you want with a journal. You can use it to plan your learning. You can use it to insult people. You can use it to argue with someone. There are many. Argue with someone, I mean, you argue on the page. You tell them to fuck off, and they will never know. But that act of doing it, that act of sending people to, it's it helps you. It helps you. Well, don't take my word for it. Don't take Kathleen Adams' Journal to the Self. Don't take this book as don't believe this book. I'm telling you. I want to say, but try it for yourself. See if it works. I invite you to start journaling. It's a good thing. And also, if you're a non-native English writer and you don't know what to write about, because this is something that a student said to me. She said, I have no ideas what I could write about. Well, journaling, you can write about anything you want. There are journal prompts. You don't have to publish your journal. If you want, you can. This is what I do sometimes on my blog. But in general, I would say it's a creative space that you can use to reflect on what's going on in your life, make decisions, solve problems, explore new ideas, develop critical thinking. Well, it's all in this book, really. It's all in this book. So I won't tell you anything else now, because I think you should go and buy this book and read it, and then start journaling. What do you think? I hope that you will do it. I hope that you will do it. All right. If you have any questions about this, about how I do it, I'm not an expert journaler, as I said, but it is good. Okay, thank you for listening. In the next video, I have a special guest. I think if you've seen my post on YouTube, in the community, there's a thing there. I have Barbara Serra on the show, a journalist, not a journaler, a journalist. So stay tuned. We talked about news with a foreign accent and non-native speakers challenges. All right, I won't tell you anything else now. All right, bye-bye. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.